And it's Yoshi-Hashi versus Evil. Now, I had a lot of problems with this match. Like, I have a lot of problems with a lot of Evil matches. Where actually on the last show, I did say I actually enjoyed the Evil match. I
You
didn't.
did.
I
You
didn't
did.
dislike it as much as I usually do because
And
there
then
was a
this match
lot less.
happened.
And then this happened. Oh boy, did this match happen? Oh boy,
No
did I
amount of
not like this?
Yoshi-Hashi screaming could save this match.
Yeah. Again, Yoshi-Hashi showed up to play, and he's like since G1, and we always say Yoshi-Hashi shows up for the G1.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he's been showing up ever since. Like Yoshi-Hashi and a lot of his single stuff that he's been doing has been really, really good. He's been really impressed me. I am on the I don't have my hate for Yoshi-Hashi like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's been showing up consistently wrestling in very good matches already. He showed up as best he could in this match, but it was all about the evil bullshit. Like
The evil
it's Togo
shenanigans.
legitimately when they were circling each other to start the match, Togo grabbed Yoshi-Hashi's foot. Like not even 5 seconds in, he grabbed the foot. That's when this match, I was just like, okay, it's all about this crap. And like right off the hop, he's taken to the Yoshi's taken to the outside. He gets thrown in the barricade. Evil chokes him with a chair on the floor until the ref has to break it up. Why there wasn't a disqualification right there, I don't know. But it's just it's all this stuff. And then he's being choked with the chair. And it's again, the ref is Marty Asami again. So he's being choked with a so
Damn it,
here.
Marty.
This is to Great Khan choked Yano, but Marty wouldn't count a pin. So Evil chokes Yoshi-Hashi with a chair, goes back in the ring. Marty Asami follows him and starts counting out Yoshi-Hashi. Marty Asami doesn't know how to do his job. Like
According to Kevin Kelly, he can't drive either.
Yes, and so he won't count after a choke. He won't do a pinfall count after a choke, but he'll do a 20 count after a choke, illegal choke. Marty Asami sucks at his job. Simple as that. I still love you, Marty Asami, but come on, man. Consistency, dude. Jesus. But yeah, there was some good stuff. Like Yoshi-Hashi had some great spots where I thought when he got that rolling karma, I thought he was going to win this, but it was all about again, the turnbuckle pads come off again. It's you see it with Yano, you see it with Kenta, you see it with Evil, you see it with Yujiro, you see it with all of them, and I'm just again, Yano's I can take because he's a goof. But they're not playing Evil to be a goof. They're playing Evil to be serious, and he's coming off like a complete goof to me.
I have to agree. I mean, the only notes that I really had with this was shenanigans, Dick Togo, and Yoshi-Hashi attempting to wrestle smart by taking out Dick Togo, but not so smart in taking out the ref. I believe that's where the match did kind of take a turn for him. He was not able to recover at that point, and then Evil was able to follow up with everything is evil to end
the monstrosity. It wasn't Yoshi technically taking out the ref, though. Evil threw the ref to Yoshi. Yoshi caught him, so Yoshi pushed him back towards Evil, and that's where Evil threw him into the corner, and that's what took Marty down. And then Evil ran Yoshi into the exposed buckle, and hit him with everything is evil and got the win. He threw him and then hit the low blow. Then they ran him into the exposed corner and hit everything is evil.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to mention the low blows. Isn't them low blows in wrestling now? That's how everyone wins. It's like a super kick.
It's the Evil special though. He constantly hits low blows, and I think. Gato has doing a wonderful job booking this company for 99% of it. That let's say 95% of it. But that 5% of House of Torture and some of Kenta stuff,
it's Bullet Club now. That's unfortunately what they are doing to the Bullet Club faction.
Look at Jay White. He's not doing that shit. Gato interferes a little bit, but
but you mentioned Kenta, you mentioned Yujiro, you mentioned Evil. That's all Bullet Club.
But the rest of Bullet Club isn't. That's the other thing. The other, like, Kenta and House of Torture are the ones doing it. And
They're certainly not unendorsing it either, though.
I know, but you got a guy like Taiji Ishimori. He's wrestling wonderful matches and not having to pull this shit. That's where House of Torture.
He's pulling his own shit.
Yes, but not to the degree of what Evil, what Yujiro, what Sho, what Togo, and to a degree what Kenta does. He's still wrestling smart for most of his matches, not pure cheating. That's what I'm getting tired of.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I love most of what Gato books, but except this shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So from here, we should probably shout out. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I wasn't sure where you were going, so I was like, going somewhere. But
we're gonna shout out our amazing sponsor, Rogue Energy Drink. Here is the Shirakawa Special, $17.99 on RogueEnergy.com. There. However, if you use our promotion code OLEPods, there you can get 10% off of this bad boy, as well as 6 little samples that would come inside. You can't tell with what I have in here, but I do have the cookies and cream protein in here right now. It's a little sweet, but it tastes exactly like I'm eating an Oreo. So that's
exactly what cookies and cream is supposed to be. It's an Oreo.
Exactly. While you're eating healthy or drinking healthy, you want to feel like you're not.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. That's the hardest part of me. Been trying to do that stuff is trying to eat healthy, but it tastes like crap. And that's what the Rogue is. It will help you. It'll taste good. Simple as that.
For sure. So let's move on to the next match.
We're going to move on to, again, on October 27th. Now, this is the match I really love from that night. Zack Sabre Jr., David Finlay. Man, these two killed it. I think these two absolutely killed it. Like, one of the best matches I've seen in this entire tournament outside of Ishii and Ren Narita. I have, like, these two just had such a great match, and I'm so, like, it's a lot of good wrestling. Like, they both had, like, Sabre is a very wrestling heavy guy, like mat-based wrestling. Finlay fought him to that, but he also was there. The European uppercut exchanges between both then were phenomenal. Like, Finlay would hit one big one, then Sabre would come back with like a couple. And again, Sabre, like I said this every time I watch him, he plays the smaller guy so well. He's not that much smaller than Finlay, but he is. If you look at their arm, you look at the arm, you look at the bulk on them. He doesn't have the depth, the size that Finlay does, and he plays it so well. Uses the kicks, goes for the submissions. Like, really worked over the arm in this match. Like, I thought, and there was a spot where Sabre went for his PK kick, and Finlay just catches it and just lifts him up and does a blue thunder bomb. I was like, yes. It was like great reversal of the PK. I was very excited about that.
I have to agree, like that, especially at the beginning of the match, I felt that it was a really, really kind of great bout back and forth where Finlay especially was wrestling Zack Sabre Jr.'s style. There was a ton of reversals, ton of submission attempts, tons of lockups. I was really liking how it was looking. I really felt that Finlay was wrestling very, very smart throughout this entire match against Zack, because he quite frankly knew what he was up against. Zack Sabre Jr., though, very, very, very smart wrestler in his own right, in that he targeted that surgically repaired shoulder of David Finlay from start to finish. He knew that was a weak point. And he did a lot of really cool work on that thing, just grabbing it randomly out of nowhere. There was one point, I think Finlay just went for a strike. Zack Sabre Jr. was able to just catch it and then just boom, kick him right
into a handlock. The wrestling transition ability of Zack Sabre Jr., I don't think I've ever seen someone as good ever in professional wrestling at the way he transitions. It's the way, if you could be going to kick the guy and he could have you on the ground tied up in an STF within like 3 seconds. It's that ability that he has to catch and turn it into a submission. It's just that
Mhm.
pure wrestling ability that I absolutely love. That's why I'm such a huge fan of this guy.
Mhm.
But
100%, yeah.
the
Also,
ending,
before we get into the finish of this, the finish going in, where the two of them, again, almost like at the beginning of the match, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Um, was I mistaken in this, Andre? Because again, you're better with the move names than I am. Did Finlay almost get a pin on Zack Sabre Jr. with his own pin, like with his own signature
oh, with
pin
the Euro
finish?
clutch, yeah,
Yeah.
he got the Euro clutch, but only got a 2, and then right
Hmm.
after that, Finlay ended up getting a schoolboy, then did the flip over to like be bridging, like holding it down, and got the win. So
Hmm.
like it was a different win for Sabre from when his usual
Hmm.
Euro clutch pin, and the
Hmm.
fact that he almost lost to the Euro clutch is very like, oh wow, the fact like so
Yeah.
it's I will say this. I again, Zack Sabre Jr. is probably my second favorite pro wrestler going after Will Ospreay. But I wanted to see Finlay move on.
Mhm.
Like I really my predicted final for this tournament was David Finlay and Ren Narita. Like
Mm.
it would that it just they were saying there like all the talk online was this is a title for the young guys. This is a title for the not quite established guys.
Oh, okay.
They said it was a title to help like a 50-minute match title, help build these guys up is what I was reading about it online.
Okay.
So I thought the two best people to be contend for that title at the end, David Finlay, Ren Narita.
Mhm.
Now, if Sabre goes to the finals and Ren Narita goes to the final, I'm still all about that. Don't get me wrong. I just thought because of how they're building Finlay and how they're building Narita, I think you put those two together in the finals, either one wins, it's perfect. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Same with
Mhm.
Sabre in Narita. Don't get me wrong. But again, it's who will get there. That's the question.
Mhm.
That's the
Mhm.
real question. So
100%, yeah.
so in the semifinal round now with Sabre winning, you're gonna get Evil versus Zack Sabre Jr. I love me some Zack Sabre Jr. Don't get me wrong, but I have to watch him wrestle Evil, and this is where I'm like, oh, please God, let it
It's
be
a problem.
please let it be 44 seconds again. I would love that, but legitimately one of the photos they have up on one of the photos they have on the preview page for that match is
Mhm.
literally Evil stomping Zack Sabre Jr. as the promo photo of the match. So I doubt we're getting another 44-second match with Sabre going over Evil. Pretty sure that one's gonna get close to the time limit, and I'm just like,
That's unfortunate.
yeah.